Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing a review for the ninth episode of Season 2, Triggerfinger. I forgot to mention from Walking Dead, The Walking Dead, whatever. So yeah, Season 2, Episode 9, Triggerfinger. Walking Dead, obviously. So yeah, I'm basically trying to catch up on the series right now. I'm trying to do at least one, maybe two reviews a day. Up till I'm there at current date. I mean, at best, I'm gonna get there by the end of March. Honestly, yeah, yeah, I will, I will eventually get there. But besides the point. So yeah. So before I continue with this review, there may be some spoilers here. So for you guys who, for whatever reason, haven't caught up to the series, or are just beginning the series or whatever, this may contain spoilers. So I'm giving you a couple seconds so you guys could exit the video, starting now. Okay, so that 10 seconds is up, whatever, as usual. So yeah, but remember, for those who still are here, if you guys haven't left already, you could always leave anytime in this video. Just don't put in the comments down below that I spoiled this part of the show or whatever, or episode, and I didn't warn you for whatever reason. I did warn you, so fair warning. So yeah, as review goes, I'll do a quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then I'll rate it as usual. So yeah, basically after the events of Nebraska, the previous episode, which you can watch my review over there, annotation. After the events of that, Rick having shot Dave and Tony. The rest of Rick's group, which includes um Randall, which will be a somewhat major character for the rest of the season. This season. Nate and Sean, I believe was his name. Sean, Sean. I don't know. Um, basically, Rick tells them that they had to shoot Dave and Tony because they were being too forward. They were gonna attack them and kill them, and basically this gun battle basically ensues. Then on the other side you have Beth, not Beth. Well, you still have Beth in her like shock or coma after the events of of seeing her zombified mom die in the events of pretty much dead already. And yeah, you still have that, and you basically have Lori. You basically have Lori who goes out who went out in the previous episode. She got into a car crash searching for Rick, Glenn, and Herschel. She got into a car crash, and you basically had her going out. She basically in the car crash, she had like some kind of concussion or whatever. She was unconscious. And yeah, you basically have what's his name, Shane, who saved her by saying that Rick's already home, which was total bullshit. Later in that episode, you have Carl who finds out that Lori is pregnant, and then yeah, now back to Rick and Glenn and Herschel. They're starting this um shootout in the shootout, and as they're about to leave, Randall, who as I said before, will be a major character for the rest of this season. He gets his leg impaled by a fence or something, as it seems. And basically they didn't want to leave him, so originally they were gonna amputate him. There are too many walkers. So basically, what Rick does is just yanks his foot out of the post that impaled Randall, and took him with him. And yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So yeah, then in the next day, in the next day, wait, no, yeah. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, then the next day in the episode, they come back and they basically discuss Randall's situation, how he's gonna be and whatever, and they basically discuss Randall how he's gonna end up, and that's basically it. Yeah. this episode was, in my opinion, one of the most maybe the third most action-packed episode of season 2. Maybe right behind, I don't know what order, but which one will be first, but right behind 18 Miles Out and the season final. Beside the burning fire. No, right? Is that what it's called? No, beside the dying fire. So yeah, so which is a really good up, and that's one of the good things about this episode. Since season 2 is just filled with a lot of character development, it does get kind of tedious and boring. So it is good to see a bit of action here, and yeah, and I think right after the premiere and beside the dying fire, right after what Liza had beside the dying fire, and maybe even 18 Miles Out, this one does contain one the most zombies or walkers in this episode, which is good, which ups that action factor. The character development is minimal, which I think is also kind of good. Considering we've already had a little bit way too much character development through the season. Take a break on it. Yeah, but I do think that, however, that by at this point the Beth thing, despite the Beth part, her having her in this coma thing or whatever, is shock. It's already getting dragged on despite it being just in its second episode. It's really just being dragged on. Yeah, you also have some pretty witty quotes and funny quotes. There's this one point where it's Lori, Carl, Andrea, and Dale, and they're discussing the pregnancy, and Carl looks to Dale and he says, "Don't look at me. That's not my job." Discussing the pregnancy, the birds and the bees and all that. If you know what I mean. So yeah. Yeah. Now, complaint wise, I do feel like Shane, both Shane and Glenn were kind of underused in this episode for whatever reason. I think they could have done a little bit more, but, whatever. But yeah, but you did still have some great character development in this episode, mostly from Glenn more towards the end. And yeah. So yeah, that's basically it for this part of the review. Now for the rate, whatever. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I put this at a 6. It's, decent, it's whatever. It's decent enough for you to watch it, but, it's still pretty boring. Not boring, but it's just decent. That's really no other way to put it. Any, as usual, the writing, the writing, the acting is great, It does get lackluster at times, but I think that's just because of the feel of the season overall. So, whatevs. So, yeah, 6 out of 10 is what I would give it. Decent. So, yeah, 6 out of 10. So, that's basically it for this review. Remember to subscribe. I also do other types of Walking Dead topics, discussion topics. I also review the comics, some of the comics, and, the TV series, obviously. As I said before in the beginning of this video, I am trying to catch up, and yeah, now when season 4 starts, restarts or whatever, and mid-season premiere, I will review the mid-season premiere episode, the season 4 episode, and then try to fill it up with as many other Walking Dead episodes I have left to review. But, that's basically it. So yeah, remember to subscribe. I also do other movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic reviews. If you're interested in that, just stay tuned and subscribe. Comment below on your thoughts on this episode and this video overall. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you like the episode? Did you hate the episode? And you think it should be more than 6, less than 6, or you think I'm right? Yeah, stay tuned for that. Besides that, share on Instagram, Facebook, Vine, MySpace, Twitter, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it. This is Daniel Mart signing off.